And we're live. Greetings, friends. 7 viewers in the chat. Welcome. Happy Friday. On Fridays, we free roam. And I appreciate you being here. Eagles Pro is here and says hello. Greetings, Eagles. Miko says hello, Super Antonio and Sadie. Hello, mods. Happy weekends, folks. Happy weekend to you, Miko. Appreciate you being here. Miko also said hey to Eagles, and Eagles said hi to Miko. Doing some chapter 2 highlights. Just because I had them, and you know how sentimental I am about chapter 2. And I believe this could technically be another gold guide. This is a gold, I believe it is. It's a gold 6-point cabin mission. How is everyone? How was your week? How's your weekend so far? I'll tell you, I'm glad the channel is big enough that I get defended in the comments, which is nice. David is here. Greetings, David. Welcome. How are you, David? How's your week? How's your lovely wife? We will be discussing Delphine Lalaurie and the Lalaurie Mansion on Sunday, on Sinister Sunday. And what's for dinner? David says, hit that like, fellers, and has a snake emoticon from Miko. But, you know, it's like from old videos, mostly, you know, random new people that complain, ask where the map is, even though I show the map literally in the first minute. Complain about my voice. Why do you sound like a robot? You sound autistic. And, you know, generally just make trouble. But fortunately, my viewership is large enough that I get people defending me. So that's nice. I mean, you do have to have a super thick skin to do it, and to have a YouTube channel or to have any kind of online presence. And I generally do. But, you know, it's still like, it still stings a little bit. You know, I read every comment, even the old ones, or, you know, as they come in. And even though I would never admit it to them, you know, I'll admit it in the chat, I suppose. But, yeah, it's like, how can it not, you know? But the good thing is the channel is finally big enough that I get supporters being nice to me. And David had rotisserie chicken, vegetable salad, and cilantro lime rice. All these great combination meals, or full meal deals, I'll call them, that you and Mama one do, David. You know, just like where you plan out a menu. I love that. I want to do that. My meals are never that elaborate. I had a bacon avocado, a BLT with avocado and cheese for lunch, and it was delicious on toast. So a toasted, like sort of a toasted or a grilled cheese sandwich, but also with L and T and B and avocado. Eagles is complaining about his phone. I'm sorry, Eagles. Miko says, people just intend to be difficult sometimes. Can't be bothered to do their own research or even watch the entire video before mouthing off. Exactly, Miko. And that's exactly what the responses are. And it's great for the algorithm. You know, it's like the algorithm doesn't care about likes or dislikes or what you're saying in the comments, as long as you're saying something. And anytime you get a response, you know, it raises your presence in the algorithm and enables you to get more views, which is always good for the channel. And some people are masters at it, you know, just masters at the clickbait and the controversy and causing arguments in the comments. and Discord. 12 years in the chat. Welcome, friends. Appreciate you being here. Happy Friday. But I don't want that for this channel. Sadie's awake. What's that about? I'll tell you what it's about. We have a new potent canine bait. I will show you. Animal crackers. What is this? Oh, this is a tiger. And usually I'll cut this into thirds. But I'll just give her the whole one because she loves them. I got 3 boxes for like $5 from Amazon. And I found that human treats are cheaper than dog treats. What's that about? So, it's like I won't give her like a whole thing at once. I just did it to because this is a special occasion. It's Free Roam Fridays, and there's 12 viewers in the chat. So usually I'll like cut it up into thirds or break it off into thirds for her, but it's her. I don't think we ever have to go back to dog treats. I'm just gonna feed her human treats. How is everyone? Hortus is here. Hort says, hey, y'all. Hort, I have a show for you. It's on Tubi. And you, David, if you have Tubi, a free service. It is called Outsiders. And it's basically, it's modern. And it follows this clan that's a lot like the Murphy Brood, except, they're not cannibals and evil. But they live outside the law, outsiders. It reminds me of Sons of Anarchy. It's, and it's filmed in Kentucky. So they've been on this mountain for like 400 years, and there's a town, underneath the mountain or below, like Annisburg, and the terrain looks exactly like like Roanoke Ridge. And so they live up there, and they've got like, they're just like this big clan, multi-generational. They kind of dress like hillbilly Vikings, which is interesting. But the town is like economically depressed. No one's working. No one has jobs. And a big coal company comes in that is, promising work if they can like evict this clan off the mountain because, they want all the coal under there. And the clan doesn't have a legal right except for the fact that they've been there for 400 years. And Eagle says, oh, that sounds fun. It is really fun, and it's free. It's on Tubi, Tubi. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's a lot like Sons of Anarchy. It also stars Ryan Hurst, who was in Sons of Anarchy. He's the only star, and David Morse. I know him from. He was in The Walking Dead. And so it's. Cloudy says, "Howdy, y'all." Greetings, Cloud. Yeah, I'm totally enjoying it. I watched like 6 episodes last night, and I was up till 2. I was having a great time. But there's only 2 seasons. So it's about, it's like David Morse is like the matriarch is dying. She's the clan leader, and he's like the son. So he's eager to take over. And then there's like this second cousin who is out in the world, and he came back, and he's like one of the only ones that can actually read and understands like how the world actually works. And so they're like vying for power of the clan. Hortus says, Opie in Sons of Anarchy voiced Thor in God of War Ragnarok. Yeah, Opie. Yeah, he was one of my favorite characters. It's set up a lot like Sons of Anarchy, except, they're basically the Murphy Brood, except not cannibals. And there's a little bit of mysticism. The women all seem to have like, can draw like power from the mountain, and one of the reasons why they're left alone is because the town is completely afraid of the clan of being cursed by them. And also they've set up like bear traps everywhere, and they know the woods, and and they'll pretty much kill anybody that goes up there. It's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, and then oddly enough, they're like, I mean, it was made in like 2011, but there's this one guy, like one member of the clan, who comes to town, and he's never and he meets like a black cashier, and I don't think he's ever seen a black lady before, and they're both like, they were like in their late teens, early 20s. They're just kids, and it's a very charming love story between this scary inbred Murphy brood Viking and this basically nice townie who just happens coincidentally to be black. So they're surprisingly not racist, even though they're supposed to be in Kentucky. But that's so that's nice. It's a nice love story, even though I generally don't like teen love stories. Cloudy, it's a show called Outsiders, and it's on Tubi. I believe it was on AMC, and I watched like 6 episodes last night, and I love it. I'm all in.
We'll follow them. Nice and easy. Let's make sure it's him first before you go starting another war. You think they can see?
Hortus says, sounds like a show that have a lot of incest. Well, everyone's related. Everyone's like second, third cousins, but they don't like talk about it much. I mean, they're doing their best to like, keep the volume down on that aspect of and it's it's like they kind of like their superpower, because these guys can like fight, and their superpower is they're living like they're in 1899, so they're just harder and tougher than like the townies. So they can take punches and then hit back harder, just because they're used to it, and we in the town live really soft lives, and they also like they explore life in the town. They explore those characters, the sheriff, and also the sheriff's sister works with the church, who's like campaigning against the coal company because they're going to destroy the landscape. They're going to pollute all the streams, and I mean, they're going to save the town economically, but at the cost of everything that makes the town beautiful and unique. It's a hard situation to be in. Cloudy says, I'll give it a watch. I've been rewatching Dark. It's a German show about time travel. Some people call it the German Stranger Things. I know that show, Cloudy. It's the one in the cave. The cave is the portal. I saw like a season and a half of it, and I liked it. I recall I liked it. I think it's on Netflix, but I remember that show. Yeah, Hort, Cloudy, David. It's a good show. You'll like it.
Oh, they're giving him a decent kicking.
Well, you can only imagine the shit he's been given there.
Let's go get Bolty.
They're taking him up the canyon.
There's Charles.
On the other side.
Cloudy says, yeah, it's on Netflix.
What about the other two down there?
I've got an idea. Follow me.
The only time I was tempted to return to Netflix was for Squid Games. Eagle says, have you watched SEAL Team? I don't think I have. I watched a similar show called The Unit. I like that one, so I probably would like SEAL Team. Back on the Perlino for you, David. Eagle says it's on Paramount Plus. Yeah, I don't have Paramount Plus. I have Amazon Prime and then like all the free ones, and then YouTube, Freebie and Tubi mostly. Serena's here. Everybody say hi to Serena. Serena says, hi, Antonio. Just got up. Still sick. It's a miserable day. Cold and was raining. And Serena says, hi, everyone. Greetings, Serena. Appreciate you being here. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. You just take it easy. Drink lots of water. David has the Star Hearts emoticon for Serena. And Eagle says hello to Serena. Serena, did you get your package?
I'm beside myself. If I lose Bessie, I lose everything. Calm down, mister.
I'm glad you're here. I missed you. And Serena says, hi, David. Still didn't get the parcel yet. It's stuck in some kangaroo pouch. Probably. Serena says hi to Eagles Pro.
Come on, let's get up there.
Okay, let's go get Bolty.
A pleasure as always, gentlemen.
Miko says, hello, Serena. Sorry to hear that. Get well soon.
We got two halfway up the canyon to deal with.
And Hortus says, hey there, ma'am. Boom.
Blasted sons of bitches!
Excuse me, I just sneezed. Eagles, I don't know about that. It's a mystery. Serena says, did I miss Antonio talking about Walking Dead? Do you remember the governor? He was played by David Morse. I was talking about a show that he's on called Outsiders, which is all about the Murphy Brood, except they're good. You know, they're not evil and they're not cannibals. But the landscape, it's in a state called Kentucky. I don't know if you know that state, Serena, but it looks exactly like Roanoke Ridge. I mean, almost 1-to-1. It's crazy how accurate it is. Hort says, you're leaving the bolt action behind. We've got the bolt. We wouldn't have done this without Bolty.
Hey, watch out for these two!
No, that's Lancaster. I don't know what happened.
All good? Wouldn't go that far. The camp's up this way. Come on.
Charles, you take the right. I'll go left.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right, Hort. That is the Lancaster. It's an old playthrough.
How much is Sean's bounty? Still time.
So yeah, Serena, I don't know if you could find it. It's called Outsiders. It's an American program. You'd like it. And it's a good balance between male and female characters. It's not like, you know, there's and of course the look of a show and how people dress or you know, like their style is very interesting to me. It's like one of the attractions. And this, you know, I would describe them as hillbilly Vikings. You know, it's a very strange hybrid. Also, like they have like this, you know, like in the first episode, they have this big celebration, and I'm sure this is a real band, you know, but it was like techno bluegrass, but it was all analog. They weren't, you know, I mean, it was like amplified and stuff, but you know, it's like they were using traditional instruments and like the you know, the washboard, and but they were like they were playing it with a techno beat. It was really strange and incongruous, and it just seemed, I'd never heard anything like that before. Horta says David Morse didn't play the governor in The Walking Dead. Who did he play? Who was David Morse in Hort? And Serena says, yes, I do like him at first. The governor. The governor.
Most real thing to me. I would kill for it. I would happily die for it. In spite of all of that, I would have easily left you here to rot.
Well, that's David Morrissey. Yeah. So I don't know who I've seen David Morse in yet. And Mama One is here. Mama One says, hey, everyone. Everyone say hi to Mama One. And Papa One says, hey, guys. Greetings, Papa One. Happy Friday. On Fridays, we free roam.
I'm gonna see what's worth taking here. I'll meet you back there.
What was I going to say? Mama One, what's for dinner? I always look forward to your dinners. David had rotisserie chicken and some kind of fancy rice. Serena has seen The Outsiders. It has Opie from Sons of Anarchy and someone from Walking Dead. It's a lot. It seems a lot like Walking or Sons of Anarchy to me, except with the Murphy Brood. But I'm eager to see where it goes. Horta says, you likely know him from the Green Mile. Well, they're both named David, and they start with Morse. So I just assumed that was the governor. Miko says, hello, Mama One and Papa One. And Papa One says, hey, Eagles Pro. And Miko, hope you're doing well. And Cloudy says, hello to Mama One and Papa One. 16 viewers in the chat. Welcome, friends. Appreciate you being here. Happy Friday. On Fridays, we free roam. Let's go see Lillian Cooper. We're doing a little bit. These are old files. We're just doing a little bit of Chapter 2 highlights. And then we are going to move on to some adventures with the White Arabian. Mama One says, tonight was a simple meal. 2 steaks cooked rare, cauliflower au gratin with fresh cauliflower and homemade cheese, potatoes with some homemade vanilla ice cream. There's nothing simple about that, and I love simple. Mama One, I wanted to ask you, and also David, about menu planning. Is it something like, do you just like walk into the kitchen and come up with like 3 things, like a full meal, or do you think about it all day? Or do you like look in the fridge and say, oh, I got this and this and this and this. I can make a meal out of that. How does that work? What's that about? And Serena says, meant to say, Opie, I knew what you were talking about, Serena. I knew, absolutely. Mama One says, hey, Miko, and hey, Cloudy. And Serena says, hi, Cloudy. I had a BLT with avocado. It was delicious, and cheese. Mama One says the Green Mile. Serena says the Green Mile was awesome. Mama One says love the Arabians, but they're too small but cute. So Wednesday, the Wednesday Voynich manuscript did okay. I made a short out of it, which is also did okay. Hortus says, a lot of BLTs in the super house, it seems. Well, I got this big thing of bacon from Costco, and it's frozen, and it's in there. It's it's really easy for me to make. Hort, yeah. But this was one. Well, it wasn't spicy, so you wouldn't like it. But I made a grilled cheese first, okay, and then I put like the BLT in there, cooled. So it was kind of like pizza salad because I really like the hot melty cheese and the cold salad together. So I put like chopped lettuce, chopped tomato, and chopped bacon in the in like an open faced. I cooked the grilled cheese open faced, and and then I plopped that on top, and then turned it into a Sammy, and then ate it and was very happy. But also with avocado. Mama once says, David says, "Is that Lily Mae in the lunkhead?" Yes, it yes it was. Cooper. Mama once says, "This is my way of cooking. I plan my meals a few days in advance, usually just 1 to 2 these days, but I used to plan 7 days ahead." Interesting. I just kind of make it up as I go along. Hort says, "I saw some videos for bacon in a pasta that looked really good. Was it carbonara? Because that's really good, Hort." Eagles is going to go to sleep. Greetings. Okay, Eagles. Have a great night. Pasta carbonara. Okay. I know how to make that. And I miss it, but I won't make it because it has garlic. And someone can't eat garlic. And David, do you know how to make pasta carbonara? Okay, so you take your favorite pasta and you boil that, right? And then you chop some garlic and throw it in a pan and cook that up with some olive oil and maybe, like some oregano and basil. Toss that in there. And then you take, get some fried bacon and you toss that in there and maybe like some frozen green peas. I like that for color. Then you add the pasta. Okay, you drain the water, you toss that. So you toss all that in there in the frying pan so it gets all the olive oily and bacon greasy goodness. And then you toss in an egg. Just crack it open and mix it in there. So it's kind of like stir-fried rice, but it's Italian stir-fried pasta. And the noodles, the heat of the noodles will cook the egg. And then you toss in like Parmesan cheese, and then you pour it into a bowl, and then you eat it, and it's delicious. Now I would eat that right now, except that I couldn't share it with someone. And I share all my meals with her. Serena says, "Love bacon and pasta." I know. It's it's bacon and eggs and pasta. It's so good. Serena asked, "David, how is your lovely wife and where is Sadie?" Sadie is currently sleeping on my foot, so let's wake her up and bring her back. Hup, pup. Come on, say hi to Serena and Mama One and Papa One. Thank you for reminding me, Serena. Mama One says, "Then I decide how much, what goes good together, check for requests, aka Papa One, and then I make sure I have stuff prepared, aka clean the rabbit. Then I put it all together around noon and it's done." Wow. Yeah, I just kind of look in the fridge. And if there's nothing in the fridge, then it's like, oh, I guess we're going out for lunch. But, it's like I'll take her and we'll go out to go. And, it's like there's a bunch of restaurants around town or around, where we live. There's a teriyaki place and a pizza place and a bakery. So, and a Thai restaurant. So I usually go to the teriyaki place. And all these people know me and they know Sadie and they'll let me bring her in. And, we can wait for the food to go. And in some of those restaurants, she gets treats. What's that about? And I always tip well. So I'm not taking advantage of anyone's hospitality. And Mama once says, yeah, they have dinner at 7 at night. Horta says, I'm so lazy with cooking, I just cook off a bunch of chicken breasts and then microwave them, put it on rice with a sweet and sour or orange sauce. Yeah, I would live like that, Hort. Serena says, I love cooking. I mean, I tolerate it. I used to cook more. Papa One says, hey Cloudy, hope you're well, and continues, Mama One is worse than Gordon Ramsay when it comes to her kitchen. I mean, me and Dad used to stay far away till dinner time. If we didn't, we might be cooked instead of the food. And Serena says to Sadie, hi beautiful girl, you always make me smile. Yeah, she's back under the desk.
No doubt. I won't forget that in a hurry. Okay, here we are. Just pull the coach into the barn there. Hello, Seamus. We met your cousins.
How was it?
Fine. Nice people.
Park that thing in here. Quickly.
Yeah.
Nice work, Hosea.
It was mostly Arthur. Like I said, coarse but competent. Here.
And Hort continues, or sometimes I lightly toast some tortilla and put the chicken and rice in there with some cheese and jalapenos.
I'm heading back to camp.
Yeah, Hort, I still, and David, I still have yet to make the cheeseburger quesadilla. I really want to try that. That sounds delicious. Maybe I'll have that tomorrow. I'd have to get all the stuff. Hort continues, that's what I'm fitting to do tonight. That sounds like a plan, Hort. Serena says, this game, I never get sick of this game. David says, sounds good. Then on 4th of July, I always like to have a traditional, 4th of July meal, hot dogs, apple pie. That's as far as I've gotten right now. I should have some kind of potato-related thing. Potato salad, maybe. But usually I'll just I think last year I just did potato chips.
Just one or two. Right off.
Mama once says, Hort, you should try to experiment more with cooking. It's worth it, even if the dish doesn't work the first time. It's not a failure. Failure is giving up. First time I made dressing, my mother, and she will continue, to be continued. It's a quiet time.
That was the problem.
How you mean?
I mean, I done seen a lot of crazy stuff, but Mike.
Crazy stuff. Will you shut up? Will you shut up? Be quiet, buddy. Oh, there, dullard. My lord. You men is dull.
And David says, Enel.
Leave the fool alone. People been leaving me.
Mama one says, my mother, who never cussed, said it tasted like
One of the best.
the poop emoticon.
Me and the kid here, we're trying to talk business, so
Oh well.
possibly leave us alone. No offense intended.
You got good at cooking.
Pleasing some folk. Just trying to be friendly.
Cloudy says, nice. On 4th of July, I always have some spicy hot dogs. Yeah, last year I had chili cheese dogs because I wanted to try them, and they were okay. I mean, but I just used canned chili. I didn't make the chili myself.
Hey, buddy. No hard feelings, huh? Seen that feller I was with?
But usually for hot dogs, I like kielbasa. I don't usually get a regular hot dog, but I'll get a kielbasa with cheese and relish and either barbecue sauce or just plain ketchup.
Ready? What are you doing, kid?
Hello, all. You know
When is the 4th? What day is it? What day is it? The 4th is a Thursday.
That's the thing, you see. 'Cause it... Benny? Benny! Get away from me! Benny!
Cloudy says, I felt bad for that big guy when I saw him again. Tommy, yeah, he'll be fine. He just has a minor concussion and he can't talk. He'll be fine with a little physical therapy. He's eating his beans. He's very quiet now. Papa once says, a long and loving marriage is guided by love, trust, and understanding, while the fact that my wife can cook is also a great thing. Half the time I can't even argue because I'm stuffing my face. And Hort says, I haven't been able to convince myself to spend more time on food. I prefer doing what takes the least amount of time. That includes time shopping for food, time prepping, etc. Yeah, last week for me, Hort, was I was really busy and I didn't have any time, it seemed. It's like, and it was all of a sudden, it was like noon and I hadn't had anything, I hadn't even planned anything, and I was, improvising and eating like snacks and Pop-Tarts and yeah, it wasn't good. Well, it was good, but it wasn't nutritious. Miko says I should also probably learn more about cooking so I don't cook like Abigail does. Well, Abigail, it's between Abigail and Uncle. I'm sure Uncle helps a little bit in the kitchen. And the stew that she cooks looks suspiciously like Mr. Pearson's stew. So that's where she probably got the recipe, or that's where she learned. So yeah, Wednesday, Weirdling Wednesdays. Currently, just give you a little, yeah, that live has 83 views. Didn't even break 100. So I'm thinking, it's basically the same kind of views that we got with The Witcher. So I'm thinking of like, maybe it's just Wednesday. That's the problem. So I might get rid of Wednesday. We'll try it again next Wednesday with a different subject. The Voynich manuscript might have been too obscure for everyone. We'll try it again. But then I'm thinking, if that doesn't work, I'll just like tag on an extra 10, 15 minutes to all the other live streams. And we'll get rid of Wednesday. We might have to, but we got to be flexible with the channel. We got to go with what works and abandon what doesn't. Cloudy says, can't go wrong with some ham and cheese hot pockets. Best snacks meal, LOL. Hot pockets. Miko says, John was eating her stew and it said, I miss Mr. Pearson. Papa One says, can I just say it amazes me that Uncle, who Arthur calls the camp rat, is actually pretty smart. Because if you watch at Beaver Hollow, he confronts Micah, and Uncle even helps the Marstons build the house. Yeah, he does. But I think Arthur was just being affectionate.
I don't know.
That was Arthur's way. Hort says, haven't played much Red Dead Redemption 2 of late. It's mainly been Helldivers 2 and Tulutu's No Return mode. And he missed the fence hop.
$10 and you're free to walk. Sure. Now,
bonding with Lenny
That was
over
quiet,
beers
Frank.
and brawls.
This one was pretty quiet.
Yeah, the first one was pretty quiet.
At least it took your mind off goddamn Mikey.
Well, that's certainly true. I gotta get out of here.
I'm just gonna have a little sit down and feel sorry for myself.
Hort, are you going to play any modern games? Anything new? And Mama One says, maybe try a couple more Wednesdays and try to make it get a little more known. Get like more known phenomenon like the haunting or crimes. Maybe people who do not like Witcher are not getting the notification. Yeah, I should try maybe for the month. And yeah, something popular like the Amityville Mansion. I know Serena wants that one. Mama One says, keep in mind I'm an old woman who knows just the bare needs of the internet with an almost encyclopedic knowledge of true crime. Technically, this Sunday, Sinister Sunday, is going to be very true crimey. It's going to be about Delphine LaLaurie and her haunted mansion in New Orleans. But she basically, you know, she was in like the 1700s and she murdered and tortured a bunch of slaves in her mansion. Sort of like Elizabeth Bathory, but Elizabeth Bathory was like virgin young ladies. She was bathing in their blood. The Blood Countess. We could do Elizabeth Bathory. I'm going to make a note of that.
Would you like some extra help there?
Oh, sounds good. Yeah, thanks.
You can just leave it to me now.
Hort says, few games are definite purchases. AC Shadows is probably my most anticipated game this year. Next year, Stacked, though if nothing gets delayed. When is AC Shadows coming out? You're not going to play Stellar Blade? You're not playing Stellar Blade? AC Shadows. Oh, November 12th. And here's the White Arabian. And there's your cougar. Cloudy says, I was playing GTA Online and I came across a murder mystery. I didn't know it was tied to Red Dead Online. It was interesting. I don't know about that, Cloudy. Is that the one where you get where you can download the gun and the pagan that's under the pagan spot rock? David, Serena. Mama One says, I know the story about the house. You used to be able to rent a room in her home, but after the one haunted motel, he said he felt something pull his feet. So he said no more haunted rooms. Papa One says, also went to the nearest Catholic church and got the priest to give me a rosary. Hortus says, I have Stellar Blade rented, not hooking me. I play it for maybe an hour every now and then, but probably send it back soon. Yeah, the playthroughs that I have watched, you know, I don't like Japanese big sword games and big gun games. I don't care how pretty she is. And also, I didn't like the music, the background music. That, like, I imagine you can turn that off. Pagan what? You know the pagan ritual site, David? There's a Red Dead there is a GTA Online mission you can do where you can get a gun that will be under the rock in the middle of the pagan ritual site. Hort says the gold double action is just automatically given to you, but the stone hatchet is found at the Indian burial site. And Cloudy says, I unlocked a gold revolver in GTA Online. Yeah, but is it downloaded into story mode, or is it like for your Red Dead Online character? Hort says the music is weird. Yes, Hort, don't like the music. In Stellar Blade. Let's move on.
Thanks, mister.
Mama One asks, is the Lowry revolver a thing in Red Dead Redemption 2? I don't believe it is. I don't know what that is. Hort says the gold double action and stone hatchet are in story mode. That's good to know. Mama One says, how many cougars have you killed? I've lost count. I do it for fun and just because it makes good content on the videos. Hort says the Lowry revolver is in Red Dead Online. Also, Serena, if you're still here, Gwen from The Outsiders, she's Australian. What's that about? I'll look up her name for you. Guinevere. Gwen from Outsiders. Gwen from Dark Souls.
Every official gun in the county's gonna be aiming for you.
Her name is Gillian Alexi. She's super cute, Hort, redhead. She kind of reminds me of who played Starbuck? Katie somebody? Starbuck, Battlestar Galactica, Kara Thrace. Katie Sackhoff. She kind of reminds me of Katie Sackhoff, except she's got redhead. She's red-haired and she is Australian, even though she's got like an American, deep country accent. Mama One says, "Oh, okay. I don't mess with online too much. Everyone likes to kill." Mama One, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, Mama One. And Serena says, Mama, I go into defensive mode. It makes it harder for the grinders to get me. I think the griefers to get me. I think I'm more ranked, and that helps too. Yeah, what rank are you at, Serena? I imagine you're the highest ranking RDO on here. Yeah, Serena, did you know that girl was Australian? She's one of your country women. Gwen, I like her character. She's the healer. Hort says, we'll see about that. Let's see, where's she from? They don't really say. She was on a show called McLeod's Daughters. Have you seen that? And Damages. And then she went to London. And then she made it on the way to America. Let's see. Movies is nothing special. She was in a show called Bush Patrol. That sounds super Australian. And Blue Bloods, I've heard of Blue Bloods. And then, like in around 2011, she moves over to the U.S. and she's in Nurse Jackie. I saw that. NCS Los Angeles, The Americans. Do you remember The Americans, Hort? I watched that. I never finished it. And The Blacklist. My mom loved The Blacklist. And she was on NCIS New Orleans, David. Mama once says, makes sense, I'm low rank like 24, mainly because my son did it for me to get started. And Hort says Starhearts being the highest rank, that is. Hort, okay, it's Hort versus Starhearts. And Serena says, even on GTA Online, go private sessions unless I do missions. Sometimes in GTA, players don't play nice trying to do missions. I try to do it myself or with friends. And Hort says, never saw it. You'd like it. It was about, starred Kerry Russell, the Americans, and it was about like a sleeper cell of Soviet spies. You know, like this couple, and they had a kid who was American. They're raised in the 80s. So it's set in the 80s, so it's nostalgic. But I can't remember who the husband was. But anyways, let's see if the husband was anyone. Matthew Reese. He's a Brit. Yeah, so they're married, and they don't, like, they've developed a relationship because, you know, but they were like just two Soviet spies that were thrown together because they were cute and they could do American accents. So they're under deep cover, but they still do missions. You know, it's the height of the Cold War. Their daughter has no idea. Yeah, I don't remember it. I don't think I finished it. But I'm sure you could find it on the flicks of nets. Cloudy says, I used to play Red Dead Online with a streamer, and there was a bunch of griefers that liked killing his horses, so he quit playing. Sad. Yes, very sad. And Mama one says, I can only imagine what an O'Driscoll camp smells like. Surprised Arthur never caught the flu. Yeah, all that rain. And Mama one says, The Americans was a great show. You don't want them to win, yet you do like them. Yeah, I remember I liked it. I don't remember. I don't believe I finished it. But yeah, it was cool. Hort. They would like have disguises and stuff, and they'd go on missions. And it was, you know, it was a complicated relationship. Serena says, Mama, you get there. I'm ranked 200 on Red Dead 2 Online. And over 480 in GTA Online. You got to get that up, Serena, because I just built you up in the channel. I was saying that you're like ranked 1400 in Red Dead Online. So you need to get up there. Mama once says it's based, the Americans, that is, it's based on they were sent to pose as Americans, have kids that are natural American citizens so they can join the FBI or CIA. Wow, I didn't know that. That's great. And Serena says, which girl, Antonio? The one who plays Gwen, the redhead. You know that Asa and brother or Little Faller likes. Her name is Jillian Alexi. And Hort says, gotcha beat. I'm level 300 something in Red Dead Online. Yeah. Okay, Hort has the... Okay, I've moved Hort into the Red Dead Online status correspondent, Serena, until you get to level 1400. Then you can have it back. I'm teasing both of you guys. Serena says, yes, Mama, I've been playing since the game came out. I haven't been online for a while, been playing Mafia 2. I will go back online. Yeah, Serena, you should work on like Red Dead Online shorts and Grand Theft Auto Online shorts.
Hey there, mister.
Let's get that bear. Serena says, or Mama once says, your honest view on the White Arabian. Do you like it as much as the Silver Dapple Pinto? No, I do not. But it is literally the most popular horse in the game for casual players. It's very popular on YouTube. The White Arabian. Everyone loves the White Arabian, or rather, casual players love the White Arabian. Serena says, nice Hortus. I will probably be nearly 300. I don't get online much. And David says, just look for the lady in red. Serena always wears red online. You should make your GTA character wear red a lot. Serena. And Serena says, yes, I will, Antonio. Definitely do shorts in Red Dead and GTA Online. I'm sure they'll do quite well. They will blow up your channel. Serena is at 493 subs. Halfway there. Hort says, I used to play it a lot, but after so long with no new content and my former partner dropping it, I lost motivation. Yeah, it's easy to do, Hort. And Cloudy says, I'm level 339 on Red Dead Online, the PlayStation version. Mama one says, what's your favorite Arabian? I love the red chestnut, white, and rose gray. Probably the black Saint Denis Arabian. But again, that's because that horse has been so good for the channel. I was one of the first the first YouTubers to discover that, that exploit for the free one in Saint Denis. And Serena says, yes, Antonio, I will do red for my GTA character. Yes, so you can be the lady in red in both franchises. And Mama one says, I love those spotted Arabians. Oh, the spotted Appaloosas. Yeah, there's so many of them. It was like it was a herd. And Serena says, Mama, I love my white Arabian. I love the red chestnut, too. Carrie Russell. What's Carrie Russell been up to? I haven't heard about her lately. I hope she's still active. Carrie Russell. She's only 48. She got Emmys for the Americans. Well, Emmy nominations and a Golden Globe. What is she doing now? She was in Cocaine Bear. I never saw it. And she is in a show called The Diplomat. It's on Netflix. American political thriller television series. And she got another Emmy nomination for it. So she's still working. That's nice. Papa One says, I bet you never thought you would fall for horses from a video game. Now just imagine that beauty in real life. Yeah, Papa One. I didn't. I mean, I made early videos on the emotional attachments you get from horses in this game, which is completely unique, I think, to any video game. But yeah, that's one of, the horses in the open world is how I fell in love with this game and what inspired me to make a channel. Hort says, crazy to me that other people deny the Arabians are more skittish than other breeds. Yeah, they're divas, but they're so pretty. And Hort says, I assume you're speaking about Carrie Russell. Looks like her most recent credit is a voice in a video game called Open Roads. Papa Wentz says, horses are what made me be able to actually enjoy life again. My dad taught me because he came back from Germany in 1946. He started working as a hand just to have drinking money, so it helped him. And he showed the craft to me. What a life you have lived, Papa One. Time for a routine camp inspection. Do you miss those? I kind of miss those. Good evening, sir. Routine camp inspection. Papa once says, when you love a horse, you don't care about its flaws. Same with dogs, I think.
Let me go. Come on. Let me go. Fast.
Sit tight.
16 viewers in the chat. Welcome, friends. Appreciate you being here. Happy Friday. On Fridays, we free roam. Tomorrow's horse show will feature the reverse dapple black thoroughbred from the Ultimate Edition. Shout out to Mama One. And then on Sunday, Sinister Sundays, we shall be exploring the La Laurie Mansion in New Orleans. Papa One says, ironically, I wanted to be a businessman like oil or banking, wear a suit and make a lot of money. Ironically as well, as I hate suits.
Nice meeting you. Giddy up.
David says, hit that like button, folks. Thank you, David. Hortus says, came in the special edition as well. The reverse dapple black thoroughbred. Mama One says, love you, Super Antonio. So excited for my horse to be shown. Yes. Well, we're happy to do it, Mama One. Give that give that coat a bath, because the white Arabian's coat really shines in the moonlight. Mama One says, that horse is my favorite. I always grab one in chapter 2. Honestly, it's not my favorite. I got one basically for the channel. I upgraded to the Ultimate Edition to get that bank robbery and that horse and that outfit so I could make videos on him. Yeah, my favorite is the Brindle Mama One. But, like everyone, first playthroughs, early playthroughs, I really enjoyed the White Arabian, the whole process, going up there in the snow, seeing her in the snow. The fact that she was the hardest horse to break, not anymore, but back then, first early playthroughs. So there's that risk that you'd fall off and she'd run away. I miss that. I miss You know, it's like in somewhere like around, I think when Jack gets kidnapped, I just started speed running through my first playthrough because I really wanted to see what happened. And I really wish I had just taken my time in that first playthrough and thoroughly explored. Papa One says, you kind of have to showcase all the horses. Even Morgans and Tennessee Walkers have their uses. Yeah, I plan to, Papa One. Hort says, I only play off my ultimate start save. So even thoroughbreds are too low level for me. I'm all about Turkmans and trotters for the most part. Yeah, I have save files with, with biscuits and Cerberus, but I also like just starting off with the Mahogany Bay. Papa One says, I do wish in real life an albino Arabian could exist, as the Count is beautiful, but there are no albinos. Yeah, I remember someone saying that in the comments. The Count is another popular horse with casual players. I get a comment I would say almost every day on an Arabian video. Can you get the Count? Herandro, greetings, friend. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Herandro says the best Arabian horse is still the Rose Bay Grey, at least when it comes to stats, but Arthur can only get one through the Save with Cheats enabled glitch, or by using mods, or the Saint Denis version 1 glitch. Serena says, I love my Gypsy Cob online. And Serena, online, the Gypsy Cob loves you. And Serena says, hi, Herandro. Mom One says, I actually did the Cerberus glitch this time. So I have a Reverse Dapple, a Brindle, a Piebald, and the Black Shire. Wow. Miko says, I like the Rose Grey Bay Arabian too. Don't tell O-Dog. Yeah, I hope O-Dog's doing well. I hope he's okay. David, have you heard from him? And Herandro says, hello, everyone. Greetings, Herandro.
Can we get a little privacy here, Arthur? Please? Pretty much the exact opposite of what you
I
have.
bumped up the color and I kind of messed it up here. I apologize.
Use that tiny brain of yours, and whatever you think is right and proper, do the exact opposite. Then you'll raise a man.
Just like your mama did? Raise a real man like you?
David says, I have not.
You mind?
I already forgot what oh, you talking about O-Dog. Hope he's all right. Sending some good thoughts his way. Let's wake up Mr. Pearson. Donate these turkeys. Serena says, Miss O-Dog and Marco and everybody who isn't here. Yeah, I was thinking about Doc.
And then my boys hoist sail for more, thus passes sailors' lives. And then my boys hoist sail for more, thus passes sailors' lives. Come bustle, bustle, drink about, and let us merry be. Our can is full and pointed out, and then our hands to sea.
Miss Doc. Miss talking to him about Stephen King. Mama One says, can we have privacy, Arthur? Meanwhile, they are fighting in the middle of camp. That lifestyle doesn't give privacy. Yeah, that's why Charles sleeps outside of camp so many times. Just to get away from everyone, even though he wants to be part of the group. Mama One says, who is Doc? I have heard his name before. Doc was like one of the original... Doc and Serena were the original mods on the channel 4 years ago, Mama One. And he's moved on from the game, Doc Skullhammer, but he still comes around every now and then. And we're always happy to see him. And that, my friends, is about all I have for you tonight, but we can hang out for a little bit. Serena says, miss Doc too. Yeah. And I think these live streams are a little too late for him. So tomorrow night, Reversed Apple Thoroughbred Sunday, will be returning to Saint Denis with the Sinister Sunday stream. Shout out to the mods, Serena and Papa One and Mama One and David and Odog, who isn't here. Miko says thanks for the stream. Miko, thank you for being here. Appreciate you, friend. David has the Star Hearts emoticon, and Serena says awesome stream, Antonio. Serena, you, my dear, are an awesome stream. You get better soon, and I will see everyone tomorrow night. Appreciate all you friends. Thank